Welcome to WIC. The WIC program partners with Colorado families and grocery stores like yours to promote healthy, active kids. This partnership works. Families receive nutrition counseling, breastfeeding support, and a selection of healthy foods. Children who are part of the program are healthier. This saves money because these children don't need to go to the doctor as much. Plus, families support the local economy. WIC families usually spend $3 or $4 of their own money for every dollar of WIC food they buy at your store. Cashiers play a major role in this partnership. You are ambassadors for WIC and are the face families see when purchasing their WIC foods. You are a resource they depend on. The more familiar you are with WIC, the more you can share that expertise and offer the best customer service. The Colorado WIC Allowable Foods list shows the brands, sizes, and varieties of WIC foods provided. Before coming to the store, the WIC family is given a list of foods tailored to their needs and made up of foods from the Colorado WIC Allowable Foods list. This personalized list is called a Family Food Benefits List. Each family also receives an eWIC card that they can use to purchase foods from their Family Food Benefits list from any Colorado WIC authorized grocery store, commissary, pharmacy, or farmer. The family can allow someone else to use the card to do their WIC shopping for them. They can buy as little as one WIC item or all their items for the month at one time. But only items on the Family Food Benefits list will show as approved when paying with their eWIC card, even if the food is on the Allowable Foods list. The WIC shopper can check the monthly balance of their Family Food Benefits by calling the phone number or visiting the website on the back of the eWIC card. If they forget their PIN, the shopper can call the phone line and change their PIN. If a shopper is having a difficult time remembering their PIN, you might suggest that they call the automated phone line shown on the back of their card and change their PIN before the fourth attempt. If a WIC shopper enters the wrong PIN 4 times in a row, their account is locked until midnight that day. Stores have different point of sale or POS systems, so WIC purchases can look different based on your store's POS. Your store manager is responsible for training you to be able to successfully complete a WIC purchase. In a typical WIC purchase, the cashier rings up a shopper's order of WIC and non-WIC items. The WIC shopper swipes the eWIC card first before any other payment type and then enters their PIN. The POS system identifies the foods that WIC will pay for. The POS system is making sure the account and PIN match, checking the balance of the shopper's food for that month and identifying which items are WIC approved for that shopper. The system keeps track of all this so you don't have to. The system will then either allow or deny an item to be paid by WIC. It then asks the shopper to approve the purchase. When approved, the foods are taken off the shopper's Family Food Benefits balance and the POS sends the request for payment for the approved items to WIC. The shopper may pay for the rest of their purchase with another form of payment, such as cash, SNAP, or credit card, or the shopper may ask to void these items. The shopper should always get a receipt after the purchase. Your cash register receipts provide lots of information. They list the WIC items purchased, the quantity sold, the amount WIC paid, as well as the payment due for non-WIC items. The receipt also shows how much food the shopper has left in their Family Food Benefits balance for that month and the last day they can buy those foods. There are a small number of stores that use a separate device to scan WIC purchases. If your store uses this kind of device, your manager will give you instructions on how to ring up a WIC order. WIC foods include a variety of fruits and vegetables, milk, cheese, eggs, cereal, whole grains, beans, peanut butter, baby foods, and infant formulas. WIC nutrition consultants select the best food for each WIC family member to promote healthy birth and growth. Peanut butter, dry and canned beans, and fruits and vegetables can be purchased in any brand. Cereal, grape juice, yogurt, tortillas, and baby food are limited to specific brands. Cheese, orange, and grapefruit juice are limited to store brand only. Milk and eggs are purchased in store brand if available. National brands are allowed if the store brand is not available. The allowable food list also explains the sizes of allowed items. For example, soy beverage is provided in quart or half-gallon containers. Cheese is provided in 1, 2, or 3-pound packages, and eggs are provided by the dozen. The sizes are specific so that WIC shoppers can get the most value out of their WIC foods. The allowable foods list also clarifies what variations of foods are allowed. For example, it's okay to buy crunchy or creamy peanut butter, but not peanut butter with added jelly. When buying fruits and vegetables, the family has a dollar amount to spend. If the cost of the produce is more than the amount in their balance, they simply pay the difference. Let's face it, selecting WIC allowed foods can sometimes be complicated. WIC customers may need your help. The allowable foods list and WIC shopper app can help shoppers and you understand what choices are available. This is why it's important to keep a copy of the allowable foods list near your register. For example, a shopper may select a food that is not scanning as a WIC purchase. Keep in mind that only the foods in the shopper's family food benefits list are approved for payment by eWIC. The cashier cannot override an item that is denied. If you find that items don't ring up as WIC foods, check the allowable food list to determine if the item that the shopper is trying to purchase is WIC approved. Share the allowable foods list with the shopper to review the approved brands, varieties, and sizes. Help the shopper identify another approved option. Check the receipt to see if the item is included in the shopper's family food benefit list or suggest the shopper look at the receipt. A common mistake is a shopper trying to purchase 2% milk with their family food benefit list specifies 1% or skim milk. Let them know about the WIC Shopper app, which allows them to scan the barcode from a smartphone to see if it's an eligible food and if it's available on their food balance. Look at a shopper's family food benefits balance on the receipt to see if there is enough for the purchase. For example, they may be trying to purchase 2 pounds of cheese when they only have 1 pound of cheese left in their family food benefits balance. Encourage the shopper to check the receipt, which shows the number and description of foods available in their account, or their WIC Shopper app, which shows their family food benefits list and the balance for the month. WIC shoppers should take any remaining questions to their WIC clinic, including if their card is damaged, lost, or stolen, if they have questions about WIC eligible foods, if they think a food is WIC eligible but the barcode scan says it is not. The shopper can provide the item details or pictures to their local WIC clinic. WIC sends your store's POS a list of the thousands of WIC items and their UPC barcodes, which are continuously updated. It is called the Approved Product List, or APL. Your store's system uses this APL to scan foods at checkout. While not very common, if you or a shopper think there is a mistake in the barcodes, please let us know. Report the missing barcode, UPC, and item details to your store manager or chain representative to send to Colorado WIC. A picture of the label and a barcode can be sent to 720-630-3391. If you are experiencing issues with your POS system, contact your system provider or call the service number that is printed on the back of your POS system. Once all items are paid for and the transaction is complete, you cannot void the WIC items and put benefits back on the shopper's eWIC card balance. Never give a customer cash back for a WIC transaction. Unless defective, WIC items cannot be returned or exchanged. Rain checks are not allowed. A WIC shopper should never be asked for additional ID for a WIC purchase. Never ask for the card number or PIN. Some stores use shelf tags to label WIC items for their shoppers. If your store's management decides to use shelf tags, please be sure they are correct and based on the guidance in the WIC handbook. The WIC Retailer Handbook has many how-tos, guides, and answers to questions, including details on how prices are determined, required resources of WIC foods and formula, rules and processes on claims and incentive items, and lots more. To track policies, materials, resources, and store training documents, keep them together in your WIC manual. Many of the shopping rules are also detailed in the WIC Retailer Handbook. Coupons, buy one, get one offers, loyalty cards, and other promotions must be honored. If an item is defective, please exchange the item for the same item. Grocery stores are not required to stock all flavors and brands of WIC items, but are required to stock certain items like cheese, juice, milk, beans, cereal, and formula at all times in sufficient quantities to meet WIC demand. Check out your WIC handbook for more details. WIC authorized stores as well as WIC shoppers may be penalized or sanctioned if found to have committed violations of the WIC program. The sanctions range from a corrective action plan to disqualification. WIC will monitor your store to ensure it is compliance with the WIC handbook and agreement. WIC conducts compliance checks on some stores. These can either be secret shopping or audits of the store's inventory and purchase receipts. The WIC handbook available in your store details store violations, which include charging tax on WIC purchases, failing to train cashiers, failing to provide receipts, stocking formula past the expiration date, and charging unapproved foods to WIC. If your store is disqualified from either the WIC or SNAP program, it may automatically be disqualified from the other program for an equal period of time. Even experienced WIC shoppers may make mistakes. However, if you identify a WIC purchase that is believed to be inappropriate, contact your manager, who can contact the local WIC clinic. You can help us resolve the issue by providing as many details as possible. Buying, selling, or otherwise misusing WIC benefits is a crime. To report suspected abuse, please call 800-424-9121. Visit www.usda.gov/OIG/hotline.htm or email cdphe_askwic@state.co.us. There are several resources available to assist WIC authorized stores. Each store is assigned a local agency retail coordinator, or LARC, to guide you through the process. Your LARC is responsible for preparing and monitoring your store. During a monitoring visit, your LARC will meet with store management to assist them with issues, questions, and staff training. Your LARC inspects the manual during the monitoring visits to ensure everything is going well, and they are glad to hear from you and gather your input. The WIC World's newsletter is routinely sent to your store manager and includes changes important for you to know. Contact your chain's WIC representative or store manager if you want to share information, join a conference call, or volunteer to help make the Colorado WIC program better. If you have additional input or questions, please contact the Colorado WIC program or your chain's WIC representative. We value your comments. We'll wrap up with a very large thank you. As a WIC-approved grocer, you are a valued partner with WIC and provide a high level of customer service to your WIC shoppers. You are essential to keeping Colorado's families healthy. Thank you. We couldn't do this without you.